I'm asking you a question. Do you believe that Krishna steals minds and hearts? Yes?
Yes.
So you're all been robbed?
Yes.
So we're all evidence of that. We're proof, solid proof. Proof positive that Krishna steals minds and hearts. It's well known that Krishna has been stealing since his babyhood, because this is called Subhav. Because Krishna tells in Gita in the 13th chapter that Karanam Guna Sangha said, Karanam Guna Sangha said, Sat Asat Yoni Janmasu. He said one is born in a particular yoni or womb of a mother, female, according to his Guna Sangha. The cause, the Karanam Guna Sangha Sat. Previous life, prior life, we did good and bad things, and then the cumulative effect of all that good pap and punya karma will give us a particular janam. In a Sudra family, a Brahmin family, a wealthy family, a beggar family. So this is Karanam Guna Sangha Sat, Sat Asat Yoni Janmasu. So the Sangha. So Krishna, obviously his last life he was a big thief. And Krishna's, is before Krishna, when he was around, wherever he was a really big thief. Because, he's always a thief. Because he's eternally a thief. He's nitya. So right from the very earliest days, he was stealing. He could as soon as he walked, because you can't steal unless you can walk. You can't steal unless your hands work. Even if you don't walk, and you just use your computer, your phone, you still have to use your fingers to do the hacking, You have to hack with your fingers. So Krishna, as soon as he got little hands and feet, he was about 2 years and 7 months. And he busted out of the house 5 o'clock in the morning, ran down, walked, whatever, ran down the street, and because, thieves usually go in gangs, because, there's safety in numbers. So they get scared to go alone. So he got a whole gang with him. Baby Subal, heard of Babyface Nelson? There was one guy in the 30s, he was a mobster, Babyface Nelson. So he got Baby Subal and Baby Sridham and all these baby Kinkini, baby Soka Krishna, and all these babies. It's called the baby gang. It's called a baby gang or butcher gang. And he said Krishna was, was very clever. He figured out which house, like this, who snores the most, and he did some survey. Oh, this husband really snores so much nobody can hear anything, or this wife snores or whatever, So then he would pick out those selected houses where the conditions were just favorable and perfect for stealing. So the gopas, the little boys, the gwals, they would get really excited. He said, "Listen, I know this lady. She has some really beautiful cows. They're all black, and they stand in the sun all day long, and they have such tasty milk. We're going to have a good time today. We're going to go in and rob all this yogurt and butter." So then Krishna started stealing, and then people think it's so wonderful and so great that they write songs about it in Telugu and Hindi and Sanskrit and Bengali. Makanchor, and Krishna steals the butter, and then that's fun because when you're little, you're just busy eating all the time. When you're 2 and 3, you're sticking everything in your mouth. Hot, 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 hot. So, he couldn't, his mother was sleeping, so there was no breast to suck on, and the butter store was locked up because his mother knows better. Mother Yashoda knows that you have to lock the refrigerator. Sometimes, in the house, you have to put a lock on the refrigerator, because if you don't do that, the kid's going to eat all the ice cream, and then he won't eat any supper when it comes time for dinner. So now listen, what's happening now? He stole butter and yogurt when he was 2 years old. Now he's a budding teenager. He's a budding teenager of 11 years old. And he's very proficient in stealing the hearts, especially the hearts of the young damsels of Braj. This phrase, young damsels of Braj, is a name for in Sanskrit they say Brajavadu. Brajavadu. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati first coined this phrase in his own writings. And his beloved and dearest disciple, A.C. Bhaktisiddhanta Swami, he liked that very much. So in his own Krishna book, he says, Krishna's beloved cowherd damsels of Braj. It's very English and very old-fashioned and very cute.